The Moving Picture Experts Group is a working group of authorities that was formed by ISO and IEC to set standards for audio and video compression and transmission. It was established in 1988 by the initiative of Hiroshi Yasuda and Leonardo Chiariglione, group chairs since its inception. The first MPEG meeting was in May 1988 in Ottawa, Canada. As of late 2005, MPEG has grown to include approximately 350 members per meeting from various industries, universities, and research institutions. MPEG's official designation is ISO IEC JTC 1/SC29/WG11, a Euro coding of moving pictures and audio. Subgroups: ISO IEC JTC 1WG11, a Euro coding of moving pictures and audio has following subgroups: requirements, systems, video, audio, 3D graphics compression, test, communication. Cooperation with other groups. Joint video team Joint video team is joint project between ITU-TSG 16/Q6 a Euro VCEG and ISO IEC JTC 1WG11 a Euro MPEG for the development of new video coding recommendation and international standard. It was formed in 2001 and its main result has been H264/MPEG4AVC. Joint collaborative team on video coding Joint collaborative team on video coding is a group of video coding experts from ITUT Study Group 16 and ISO IEC JTC 1/SC29/WG11. It was created in 2010 to develop high-efficiency video coding, a new generation video coding standard that further reduces the data rate required for high-quality video coding, as compared to the current ITUT H264/ISO IEC 14496-10 standard. JCTVC is co-chaired by Jens Rainerohm and Gary Sullivan. Standards: the MPEG standards consist of different parts. Each part covers a certain aspect of the whole specification. The standards also specify profiles and levels. Profiles are intended to define a set of tools that are available, and levels define the range of appropriate values for the properties associated with them. Some of the approved MPEG standards were revised by later amendments and/or new additions. MPEG has standardized the following compression formats and ancillary standards: MPEG-1, coding of moving pictures and associated audio for digital storage media at up to about 1.5 Mbps. The first MPEG compression standard for audio and video. It is commonly limited to about 1.5 Mbps, although the specification is capable of much higher bit rates. It was basically designed to allow moving pictures and sound to be encoded into the bit rate of a compact disc. It is used on video CD and can be used for low-quality video on DVD video. It was used in digital satellite cable TV services before MPEG-2 became widespread. To meet the low bit requirement, MPEG-1 downsamples the images, as well as uses picture rates of only 24/30 Hz, resulting in a moderate quality. It includes the popular MPEG-1 Audio Layer 3 audio compression format. MPEG-2, generic coding of moving pictures and associated audio information. Transport, video and audio standards for broadcast quality television. MPEG-2 standard was considerably broader in scope and of wider appeal, a Euro supporting interlacing and high definition. MPEG-2 is considered important because it has been chosen as the compression scheme for over-the-air digital television ATSC, DVB and ISDB, digital satellite TV services like Dish Network, digital cable television signals, SVCD and DVD video. It is also used on Blu-ray discs, but these normally use MPEG-4 Part 10 or SMPTE-VC1 for high-definition content. MPEG-3 dealt with standardizing scalable and multi-resolution compression and was intended for HD TV compression but was found to be redundant and was merged with MPEG-2. As a result, there is no MPEG-3 standard. MPEG-3 is not to be confused with MP3, which is MPEG-1 or MPEG-2 Audio Layer 3. MPEG-4, coding of audio-visual objects, MPEG-4 uses further coding tools with additional complexity to achieve higher compression factors than MPEG-2. In addition to more efficient coding of video, MPEG-4 moves closer to computer graphics applications. In more complex profiles, the MPEG-4 decoder effectively becomes a rendering processor, and the compressed bitstream describes three-dimensional shapes and surface texture. MPEG-4 supports intellectual property management and protection, which provides the facility to use proprietary technologies to manage and protect content like digital rights management. It also supports MPEG-J, a fully programmatic solution for creation of custom interactive multimedia applications and many other features. Several new higher efficiency video standards are included, notably, MPEG-4 Part 2 and MPEG-4 AVC. MPEG-4 AVC may be used on HD DVD and Blu-ray discs, along with VC1 and MPEG-2. MPEG-4 has been chosen as the compression scheme for over-the-air in Brazil, based on original digital television from Japan. In addition, the following standards, while not sequential advances to the video encoding standard as with MPEG-1 through MPEG-4, are referred to by similar notation: MPEG-7, Multimedia Content Description Interface. MPEG-21, Multimedia Framework. MPEG describes this standard as a multimedia framework and provides for intellectual property management and protection. Moreover, more recently than other standards above, MPEG has started following international standards. Each of the standards holds multiple MPEG technologies for a way of application. MPEG-A, Multimedia Application Format. MPEG-B, MPEG Systems Technologies and Others, MPEG-C, MPEG Video Technologies. MPEG-D, MPEG Audio Technologies. MPEG-E, Multimedia Middleware, Component Model and Others, Supplemental Media Technologies. Part 1, Media Streaming Application Format Protocols will be revised in MPEG-M. Part 4, MPEG Extensible Middleware Protocols. MPEG-V, Media Context and Control. MPEG-M, MPEG Extensible Middleware Protocols, MPEG-U, Rich Media User Interfaces. MPEG-H, High Efficiency Coding and Media Delivery in Heterogeneous Environments. Part 1, MPEG Media Transport. Part 2, High Efficiency Video Coding. Part 3, 3D Audio. MPEG- Information Technology, Dynamic Adaptive Streaming over HTTP. Part 1, Media Presentation Description and Segment Formats. Standardization Process. A standard published by ISO/IEC is the last stage of a long process that starts with the proposal of new work within a committee. Here are some abbreviations used for marking a standard with its status: PWI, Preliminary Work Item, NP or NWIP, New Proposal / New Work Item Proposal, AWI, Approved New Work Item, WD, Working Draft, CD, Committee Draft, FCD, Final Committee Draft, DIS, Draft International Standard, FDIS, Final Draft International Standard, PRF, Proof of a New International Standard, is a International Standard, CDAM/PDAMD, Committee Draft Amendment / Proposed Draft Amendment, FPDAMD/DAM, Final Proposed Draft Amendment / Draft Amendment, FDAM, Final Draft Amendment, AMD, Amendment. Other abbreviations: TR, Technical Report, TS, Technical Specification, IWA, International Workshop Agreement, Corner, Technical Corrigendum. A proposal of work is approved at subcommittee and then at the technical committee level. When the scope of new work is sufficiently clarified, MPEG usually makes open requests for proposals, known as call for proposals. The first document that is produced for audio and video coding standards is called a verification model. In the case of MPEG-1 and MPEG-2, this was called simulation and test model, respectively. When a sufficient confidence in the stability of the standard under development is reached, a working draft is produced. This is in the form of a standard but is kept internal to MPEG for revision. When a WD is sufficiently solid, becomes committee draft. It is then sent to national bodies for ballot. The CD becomes final committee draft if the number of positive votes is above the quorum. After a review and comments issued by NBs, FCD is again submitted to NBs for the second ballot. If the FCD is approved, it becomes final draft international standard. ISO then holds a ballot with national bodies, where no technical changes are allowed. If approved, the document becomes international standard. ISO IEC directives allow also the so-called fast-track procedure. In this procedure a document is submitted directly for approval as a draft international standard to the ISO member bodies or as a final draft international standard if the document was developed by an international standardizing body recognized by the ISO Council. See also, Video Coding Experts Group, Joint Photographic Experts Group, Joint B-Level Image Experts Group, Multimedia and Hypermedia Information Coding Expert Group, Audio Codec, Video Codec, Video Quality, Video Compression, MP3, Gary Sullivan, Leonardo Chiariglione, Hiroshi Yasuda. Notes. External links, official MPEG website, mpeg.org, MPEG Industry Forum, MPEG Books.